So today we're going to be talking about monetary policy. What is monetary policy? Monetary policy is when the government or central bank want to fight inflation by lowering the interest rate while keeping the employment market stable. In order for them to reach their goal, the central bank could apply the monetary policy by buying or selling security from other private equities such as bank or other private institutions. This way, they could introduce the supply of money into the economy and also determine the interest rate. So when it comes to interest rate, there's one thing to keep in mind. When the interest rate is high, people tend to keep their money inside the bank to gain the high interest rate from their principal. Vice versa, when the interest rate is low, people tend to get a loan from the bank instead and spend all those money into the market. But keep in mind, low interest rate only work when there is unemployment in the economy. When the employment is near its capacity, inflation is going to go up because there's too much money inside the market. So how does the government going to deal with the situation where they have to keep the inflation rate low while the employment stable enough to not cause another inflation?
Our economy is not looking too good. Inflation is getting high and people becoming jobless. You guys got any idea?
Yeah, how about we print more money?
Nah, that would just raise more inflation.
Suddenly, you know what? I have a better idea. How about we print more money and then we use this money to invest in the bond of the investor, and we can use this money to put it into the market safely to increase inflation. How about that?
I like that idea, boy. You're getting promoted.
What? I just said that.
Nah, man. You said it louder. On God, no cap.
Imagine the central bank as the economy thermometer. Too cold, the business will weaken and people will spend less. Too hot, the inflation rise too much to handle. That is why the central bank role is to monitor the stability to find the balance of the economy level. For the feudal fund rate is one of the main tools that the central bank use. It is essentially an interest rate bank charge at each other short-term loan. By adjusting the rate, it can influence the overall flow of money such as borrowing and spending.
On the other hand, to combat inflationary pressure, central bank often employs what economists call contractionary monetary policy, which is a process of selling government bonds to investors. And by doing this, the central bank absorbs the liquidity from the market, reducing the overall money supply in the economy. Now, another way to manage this money supply is through discount rate, which is the specific interest rate that central bank charges commercial banks when they need to borrow short-term funds. Lastly, the last method to manage this money supply is called ratio reserve, which is the mandatory percentage that a bank must hold in its vault instead of lending it out to borrowers. Ultimately, the more money that it keeps in reserve, the less money that is circulating in the economy.
In conclusion, monetary policy sit in the heart of how economics are managed, and it indicates a corporate finance is deeply related. Interest rate directly influence a company cost of capital. When the rate are low, company take debt finance, and when the rate are rising, the company will be more selective about capital allocation. Open market operation shape everything from the valuation model and discount cash flow. Monetary environment is operate in a far better position to make a smarter financial decision in the long run. That's all from us. Thank you and have a great day.